Now, I'm not usually a Minecraft guy, but a fellow creator announced that he was starting a huge Minecraft SMP server with his own lore, and whoever found the buried treasure would win a huge cash prize. Instantly, I had set a goal to become the server's main villain, and in order to achieve that, I needed to take over this whole server. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because trust me, oh, it's this. Yo, I'm stuck. No. No, I thought some bullshit.
Storms was slain! Storms is gone! Emberglade's lost his leader too!
You are not gonna believe what happened. So the day finally came for the server to open, and me and my team wanted to get started as soon as possible. Now on my team, you had myself, Sways, Niz, Oars, and Menel. Now these are all very good friends of mine, especially Menel. If you guys have seen some of my other videos, you know that he's the GOAT. We joined the server and we were shocked at our starting base. This is our place we spawned. It looks mad, I can't lie. It also took me a few seconds to realize that the server was instantly full. Not to mention, there were countries that had already seemed to dominate in numbers. Now off the bat, I started to get a little bit worried of other countries because of their numbers. Maybe this might prove to be a harder task than I thought. But nevertheless, if we really wanted to take over the server, we desperately needed the best armor and tools possible. But if it was that easy, this video would not be that interesting. You see, this world has limits, and our range of exploration can only cover the world itself. We had no access to the nether, so the possibility of getting any netherite was almost next to none. No access to the nether also means that we were not able to get any materials used to make any potions, so we had to face reality. In order to take over this server, we needed to use straight hands and nothing else. Now, our country was a lot larger than I had anticipated, which made me question if there were any structures hidden. These might hold some extremely valuable items. After farming some materials, I started searching the land to see if I could find any structures that stood out. I didn't have any luck to begin with, but after a while, I found a small village. Now usually, villages aren't a big deal. Whilst they do provide villages for trading, nothing valuable can really be found in villages. But for safe measures, I checked each house just in case. Well, I have a look. What? Bro, I just heard something moan, bro. I noticed on the edge of the village there was one house that I didn't check. We went to the house and inside there was a lectern with some sort of note. Alright, you want me to read it? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of that. But to summarize, it basically said that we needed to go to the nearby islands to find out more about the truth. We set out to see if we can find any of the surrounding islands. I came to an island and just saw a bed. It didn't seem like anything, so I left to find another island. I ended up coming across a huge island, but it turned out to be completely empty. I wasn't having any luck, so I circled back to the island with a bed, because a small rock with a bed on it could not be random at all. This time, the others joined me, and when we pulled up, someone had instantly noticed that there was something hidden under the bed. Alright, boys, come this way. Bro, I think I came here before, bro. It's just a bed. What? Yeah, guys, I don't even know what to say. Please don't flame me, but I'm genuinely blind. We read the clues and it basically said we needed to go back to the village and start digging. We got back to the villager's house and we started destroying it to see if he wasn't lying about what he was saying. It turns out he was actually telling the truth. So we went down there and there was a whole secret base underneath this villager's house. And there was another long note to read that led us one step closer to our treasure. Oh, 10 pages. Yeah, we are not doing that. But earlier, I had mentioned that this world cut off access to the nether, which meant that everyone in the server could not obtain netherite or potion materials. Well, this clue had revealed that there had been ancient debris stashed around small islands surrounding Emberglade, which left me one more thing to do. Oh! Yeah, baby. Now I don't know about you guys, but finding out that we had netherite buried around our land instantly put a smile on my face, because I knew that we would definitely have the combat advantage over the other nations. But it got me thinking, if we had netherite buried around our nation, surely other nations would have the same, right? Yeah, not gonna lie, a part of me got hella worried. But then I remember the conversation I had with the server owner about this. We're looking cooked in terms of fucking natural resources, bro. Why have you done this to us?
Okay, I'll say this. Everyone's got their little thing, bro. Everyone's got a little thing. Go find. You You have to find your thing.
So it seems every nation has their own specialty, and our weapon was netherite. My eyes had begun to glimmer with hope that maybe netherite could be enough to take on every nation despite their large numbers. So we finally had our specialty, and to move forward in this world, we needed to follow a few rules. The admin team had asked each nation to vote for one person to be the leader to represent their country. Each leader would then be given a totem of undying to display their leadership. But this also meant that if a leader was killed, they would be forced to appoint another person as the new leader. If I was to be appointed as leader, it would put a massive target on my back, leaving everyone to plot against me and take my power. Despite this, I decided to put myself forward as the leader, and surprisingly, I was actually voted by everyone who was on at the time. Other than myself, every other leader had been voted by their nation. In Sohara, you had Indra, who was a very good friend of mine. In Frostmourne, a player called Elmo had been voted as the leader. The Crownstead members had voted a player called Rune, and last but not least, you had Kanamik, the Canadian native who had become the leader of Hoshi. And so I had officially become the King of Emberglade. There were some perks to being a leader other than the Totem of Undying. I was able to take part in United Nation meetings where the rulers were able to make decisions that impacted the world. This then pushed the nations to discuss the opportunities to make deals with each other. It seemed like everyone wanted to play nice and cushy. I smiled and said yes, but I was raging from the inside. I didn't join this server to make friends and do nothing. I had one clear objective in mind, and that was to take over this server and create the biggest empire under my command. All I needed to do was wait for the perfect opportunity to arise. Days went by. It felt as though there was no means to an end. Remember earlier when I said that there was a hidden reporter who creates daily news on what happens? Well, it turns out that this reporter had been writing articles that made Emberglade look like villains already. For how quiet the server has been, I was so surprised to read some of these entries. It got to a point where I needed an ally, someone outside Emberglade I can trust. I then remembered that Indra, who is a good friend of mine, was the leader of Sohara. I met him to discuss the possibility of taking over the server together, and he was more than happy to comply. As part of our newfound alliance, he shared intel about every country's specialty. He said that his country, Sohara, had been granted spawn eggs of any kind, from villagers to even perhaps wardens. Hoshi had been blessed with elytras, allowing them to travel across the map with ease. Crownstead had been given enchantment tables that were scattered across their land. And last but not least, you had Frostmourne. Now Frostmourne are very unique. They apparently have been given a little bit of everything except netherite, which to me seemed extremely overpowered. With how bad the news got and hearing that Frostmourne had access to every specialty, we decided to pull up and go crazy. Right, just an editor's note, I'm gonna let you know that my footage for this actually got corrupted, so I can't exactly show you how it went down. But don't worry, your boy came in clutch. I managed to get Elmo, aka the leader of Frostmourne, to give me a witness statement of what happened when we pulled up. I'm here to clear up some rumors. We've got a witness who's come forward to talk about a certain event that happened on Vermillion Reach. More specifically, what happened at Frostmourne. Let me give her a ring and see if she's about.
Yo.
Yo, what's going on, Elmo?
Yo, we're chilling.
What have you been up to?
You know, just gooning.
Gooning? Alright.
Nothing crazy.
The reason why I called you today is because apparently yours truly and Emberglade, we pulled up to Frostmourne when no one was on. You know, we started griefing, we started going crazy. Was that all true? Did that actually happen?
Yeah, that was true. So basically, I was chilling in Hub, and I started getting messages about stuff going on. And I saw in chat that my boy, my second-hand man, he kept on dying to the Embergunas. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Did I force you into an ultimatum?
I would say this flat out, I was definitely forced into it. The ultimatum you gave me was either rejoin Embergunas and become a part of Emberglade, or you're gonna kill me and my people repeatedly.
I appreciate the witness statement, you could say. You know, I wish you the best on Vermillion Reach. But yeah, just wanted to clear that up. But yeah, alright.
Yeah.
See you later, Elmo.
Alright, bye-bye.
This guy explaining gooning, bro. What's up? Wait, hold on. I'm getting a message from Indra. Hold on. Let me call him. He just said, yo. Yo, bro.
Yo, man.
What's going on, bro? You messaged. What's up?
Listen.
I'm listening, bro.
How you been doing?
Bro, I'm chilling. Obviously, I'm taking a little break from the server. You know, I'm just watching some videos on some interesting topics. Not doing too much right now. The server's getting a bit boring. you ask me. So
Nah. On my side, I'd say I beg to differ. I can't lie.
wait, what?
It's getting juice. As you know, my team, I had no one on my team. Like, there's barely anyone down here.
Yeah, man. Sahara's lacking in numbers, bro.
But listen,
What's happened?
you might not like this, but I think one of your boys is gonna snake you. I can't lie.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Last night I was messaging like probably at 3, 4 a.m. Ain't looking too good, man. But I just wanted to give you that heads up, you know.
Can you at least tell me like who it is, bro? Like,
Man, I don't know if I can. If I say that, completely like ruins them, innit?
oh my god. But what about our agreement, bro? We have an alliance, no? We're both leaders.
I know, but we kind of brokered a deal between us as well.
Mental. So you can't tell me at all who it is.
Nah, you'll have to find out yourself. But I can send you something. It might help you, but just know I never sent it.
Okay. You know what? I appreciate it. We're taking this shit over, bro.
Yeah.
We are taking
Trust
this
me.
shit over.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
They
Let
ain't
me
looking
watch
over
this, and yeah, no, I appreciate you telling me, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, take it easy.
So I want to propose you this. If you were able to stop storms and like be a pain in his ass, right? And when it comes to me, let me do my shit, right? I'll trade you some netherite, bro. I got shit, bro. I got netherite, I got my own gold, I got some shit, bro. We can make stuff work, bro. Like, and if you got anything in your story in the future and you need some help, bro, come to me, bro. I'm there, bro. I've been talking, trying to see, trying to get some shit going on with like Anti-Raj, bro. Anti-Raj, bro. Yeah, just keep the information on low, bro. I can't lie, man. I can't get this shit spinning anywhere because if it does, I'm done. Finished.
Now that I think about it, Menel wasn't there when I was voted as leader, and it seems that he wants the power that I have. Whoever was plotting against us in the news also knew exactly where we were going to be, which made it convenient to frame us. Menel had to go. He needed to be exiled from Emberglade. A UN meeting was called and I decided to just pull up, and see what was happening. I thought nothing really was gonna happen, but you know what? I'm gonna let you guys listen to this. I'm gonna just play the best parts.
What's up, pussy nigga? I'm talking to you, Everglade. Fuck you. I'd punch you right now if I could. Keep barking. Keep barking. You're not getting your food, Chihuahua. You're not getting your food, beg thing. Go sit down. Go sit down. Know your place. Gooner. Oh, boo-hoo. We have a bad reputation. Oh, boo-hoo. Netherite's expensive, even though it's the best material in the game. Oh, boo-hoo. We're being victimized by everyone. Boo fucking who, pussy. Go sit the fuck down. Why don't you check that a secret chest you have in your base real quick? Why don't you check that?
So yeah, this whole meeting I was just getting targeted by this American, bro. And then out of nowhere, Blaz turns to me and says this.
Raj.
Yo.
I have Menel in my chat asking what happens with me.
This caught me off guard because Menel shouldn't even know that we know he's a traitor. But in the moment, I had to keep my cool and act like I didn't know what he was talking about.
What does he mean?
You tell me?
I have no idea what he means.
I honestly didn't know how, but Menel was onto us. So I came up with a plan. I told Menel to come back to the base to show us where he had hidden the country's gold. He was the only person in our country that knew where it was hidden. One thing we couldn't do was show any killing intent, but he came empty-handed, as if he knew he was going to meet his fate. Yo, how's it going? Yes. I think we need to do a little gold count. Where'd your armor go? Did you die? Wait, is that the gold? Alright, sweet. I didn't want to kill him straight away, so I asked him a few questions to see if I could squeeze out any info. Kala, did you find out anything about... I think we might think that Enderer is the mole. But he didn't really have any useful info, so I looked at the boys and it was time to get rid of him. I confronted him on his betrayal and deleted him from this world. You really thought you could snake us, you bitch? It's not the nation to betray, bro. You're holding the Emberglade death, bro. I had laughed with madness, but this betrayal had hurt me a lot more than you guys realize. You see, Menel was a very close friend of mine, and the thought of him betraying me had never crossed my mind. However, he stabbed me in the back. This had hit me the hardest on this server. Once we killed him a few times, the server owner came to us and I demanded that we banished Menel from Emberglade, leaving him exiled. Emberglade Nation moves forward in the banishment of Menel. I think all of us are in consensus here to banish Menel from Emberglade. Up until now, there has been a clear hatred for me and my nation.
Bend over and take it, pussy. You're used to that.
With Manil out the way, we could move on to the next stage of the operation. I had alerted my nation and Indra that we would first pull up to the Hoshi base and wreak havoc. We got there and we waited around 20 minutes. However, no Hoshi members returned to their base, so we just called it a day and went home to plot another move. We then decided to plot an attack on Frostmourne, as they had refused to join our empire. We were short on numbers, but decided to proceed with the attack as we had the support of Indra and Sohara. We got prepared for war and made our way to the Frostmourne base. Upon arrival, Indra had alerted me that he had made it up to their base without being noticed, so we went up and the fight had immediately started. We took care of one player and made it through. We had made it through to the Frostmourne base and nothing was stopping us. Since they didn't want to join the Emberglade Empire, it was time we took over. But something felt strange. It felt too good to be true. But I'll stop yapping. I'll let you guys watch what happens.
Yo! This is war, bro. It's like that?
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god! Oh my god! Squeeze is down! Elbow was killed! Frostmourne's lost their leader!
Over there, over there.
Oh my god! Storms was slain! Storms is gone! Emberglade's lost his leader too!
Pussy, we told you, pussy, we told you.
It all made sense now. Menel knowing that his secret was revealed, the Hoshi spawn being empty when we were there, and now the whole world allying against us in a war? Not to mention, the person who dealt the final blow to me was Indra himself. I had trusted Indra to assist me in my goal, to take over the world. We were going to be unstoppable. It seemed as though he used me as a mule for his own ambitions. He had been given a task to kill each of the world leaders, and he had sided with Hoshi and Frostmourne as they had agreed to help him with his goal. I was used. I had led my nation into an unwinnable battle and left empty-handed. Was I blinded by my own ambition, my own trust? We were going to take over the world together and create an unstoppable empire. However, my goal to take over the world had slipped away. It seemed as though we could not continue further. How long am I gonna stay in bed, bro? I keep thinking about this, bro. I'll go for a walk. Try and clear my head. About this huge loss. Man, I can't stop thinking about it. Like, man, I'm thinking of quit. What the? Wait, what is that? What the hell? What is this? Who put this here?
どうしてそこでやめるんだ、そこでもう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメ、諦めたら周りのことを思えよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそネバーギブアップ。
You guys thought I was really gonna give up? I don't go down that easy. But there's a few things I needed to clarify first. The whole world was pitted against us from the start, but I couldn't let it stop there. We may have gone out like warriors, but my hunger to take over this server was not satisfied. I couldn't stop now. After our loss at the battle, a player called Santa had approached us. He was known on the server for exploiting, and he had let us know that he was a part of an unknown organization that was made up of many players from each nation. They had seen our blunder at Frostmourne and wanted to rebuild our army. To gain our trust, they had alerted me that they were the ones behind the frame attacks in the news. To mull it over, they gave us gifts and even offered to share other nations' treasure with us, such as enchanting tables. At first, I was a little skeptical because everyone I had allied with had stabbed me in the back at some point, but regardless, I had no choice considering our lack of manpower. We then created an alliance in which we would share our vast netherite treasure, and in return, they would provide us with enchants and potions that they were able to salvage from exploration. A part of me questioned why Emberglade had been targeted from the start. Why, out of all nations, were we destined destined to fail? Was it blind trust? Was I overambitious? Was I so focused on taking over the server that I had blinded myself from any form of reason? My own failure had looped in my head countless times, wondering what I could have done differently. I needed to go back to the start. I needed to find some answers. But there was one thing I had turned blind to. It was the world lore itself. Now, as you can recall, I purposely did not explain the lore of Vermillion Reach, as I did not believe it would contribute to my goal. However, the clear difference between myself and the other nations was that they had been following this all along. Vermillion Reach was an ancient land that had previously been ruled by a pair of giants, two brothers who had revolutionized the world, Edric and Ulrich. Ulrich was a scientific revolutionary who aimed to industrialize the majority of Vermillion Reach. He was said to reside in Frostmourne, which, looking back, is an extreme coincidence, and it actually explains why their special treasure is a mixture of everything. Edric, on the other hand, was a divine shaman who used his magical power to heal people around Vermillion Reach. He was constantly in his brother's shadow, always attempting to stand on the same level as him. He was essentially outcasted to Emberglade, where he spent his life restoring places like Kindletown, aka the village where we had found netherite. Now from that, it looked like Edric had lived the majority of his life in Emberglade. Could he have potentially left any clues that we can use to make sense of anything? I heard rumors that Edric had set up a safe house somewhere in Emberglade. I immediately set out to find this safe house. After a short while, I ended up coming across a cozy cabin. Okay, no. House of Ember or Eldritch. Wait, page 7. Someone's already been here, bro. Edric's chambers, completely abandoned. I can't imagine what wonders he had at this reach. I can't believe he's gone. He was like a god to us all. He was about to save us all. Some think he was exploiting us. They didn't know the true history of it all. He was the next breath of the first... No, hold on. The history embedded here is vast. Ulrich, his brother, constantly tried coming through here to retrieve his things. He was a jealous type, constantly watching over him like a child when they were the same age. It all makes sense now. The people of Emberglade viewed Edric as a savior of some kind. Some had even called him the next breath of the first flame, whilst they saw Ulrich as a tyrant. Was this perhaps what caused the divide between the nations? Whilst we were being told that Ulrich was the shady brother, the other nations must have been told the opposite, considering when he was a king, Ulrich had the influence of everywhere except Emberglade. It all starts to make sense as to why the other nations saw us as evil. Over the next few days, we had used our secret supply of netherite to gear back up, only this time we had the support of the terrorist group. With the enchanting table that they had given us, we now had the chance of creating god armor and weapons. And then, it came time for us to exact our revenge on Indra and the world. With our new founded followers and our strengthened tools, we were ready to plan an attack on Solhara, but we couldn't act hastily. We needed all the numbers, and we needed them on at the same time. Oh my god, man, I'm so tired. Alright, well, I need to get to grinding the server. I need to go on there. Fuck my bed. Oh, okay. I need to get the lore right now. I've got the lore now, but I've got to get on the server right now, man. I have to find this. I have to find the breath of the first flame. I have to. Let's check Blessed server, bro. There might be... The breath of the first flame has been found. Thank you for playing. What? What? No. This can't be true. Are you telling me the server's off? Are you telling me the server's off? No way, bro. Who found it? Okay, no. This has got to be cap. This is cap. We've had so much stuff cooking, bro. We were gonna get our revenge. I don't know why I'm panicking. This could literally be false. Like, I'll get on and the server's gonna be right there. It's gonna be up and running, bro. We're good, bro. Like, let's get Minecraft open. Yeah, like, right now I'm getting messages, bro. Like, Oz is messaging me. Menel's messaging me, bro. Like, we're good, bro. Like, the server... Yeah, I can't lie, I can't. Fuck this. Well, it is what it is. But hey, listen, if you guys really enjoyed this and you want to be a part of it, go straight to my description and click on that first link. That will take you to an application for the next season. That season is going to be way crazier than this, having so much more content, and anyone is welcome. So feel free to sign up and join. Oh guys, it looks like I wasn't able to take over this server. But if you still did enjoy this video, I greatly appreciate it if you could just leave a like. And hey, why don't you go touch that sub button? But yeah, anyways guys.
Oh, you thought we were done?
Wait, what?
No. This is just the beginning.